Hi there collective, my name is Aruna from All Change by the Minute. The week went so fast and it's already Saturday, so time for another content. Today's content is about learning to teach yourself by bringing change in your own life. So let's talk about building a second nature. How you put yourself to learn something must become your second nature. If you're willing to put in the work, of course. It has to do with discipline, courage, patience, and consistency. Bringing something to a point of almost perfect in every phase of it. The energy you put in to the things you want and not what you don't want. You becoming one with yourself means you trusting and loving yourself, and by doing that, you will put yourself always in the first place, but within balance, of course. You don't belong to someone, you belong to yourself by creating your new self and training your brain to be conscious about a subject and practice this every day. But how can you create a newer version of you? Actually, the newer version of you is born bit by bit by working on all the layers you have not been putting energy into. But what's important for your own growth? It's about going within. So this is only for the ones who wants to see change in their lives and doing things differently than they were used to be. If you are used to do something, that means you have worked on that specific subject and you can work on a different one by not getting stuck in your own comfort zone and getting in your own way, knowing something as it is and not willing to change for the better for yourself or your surroundings. Why would you if everything is going as planned for you and you not wanting to learn more than you should? Because it would be too much to handle. While the only thing you have to do is to go with the flow and not being afraid for things you want to achieve what's good for your own soul. To begin a new routine in your everyday life, change your habits. If you think it didn't work the first time in your favor, be very conscious about every decision you are making in your own life about that. If things are not going as you thought you had planned, it takes so much effort and you have to be constant in your own thought about what and how to go further from a point where your life is feeling like it's falling apart and you thought you were doing things just fine on your own terms while you were just living in your safe place where everything is just fine for the time being and not wanting to bring in more confusion than you can handle. Because you thought you were meant to do the things as you know in your everyday life in every moment, but still not working as you hoped it would be. Wouldn't you want another outcome for the first time in your life because things didn't work out? You can't stay stuck for the rest of your life and expect to get change and not even working for another result. Results comes for those who work hard while being observant and taking actions while they have to. It's all about trading your habits for good ones by being aware of the bad ones. You will notice by practicing your mind. As a matter of fact, triggering your own mind instead of being triggered by others. So you will always be steps ahead from others. That one day you exchange the bad habits, with the good ones. Just by being vulnerable with yourself even when people allowed you to stay stuck within yourself and stay stuck with them also. Living your life by just making money won't make you happy. Yeah, you need it to pay bills and doing fun stuff, blah, 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 but it never should be a priority. It's about letting the ego die and raising your soul. Let the change you make in your life never be about egotistical services, a service of your own, but also thinking about others. Both has to be in balance. Don't get into messy situations by letting your ego or your insecurity take over. The patterns, aka habits, are the things you should pay attention to, and it will teach you what you need to know. Focus on what you can learn from out of a situation. Your second nature should be in balance with your material and your spiritual needs. The moment you wake up and think, I want to do things different than I was used to, must become very clear in your mind, because from that point on, you will never be the same. As you are working on another second nature, your whole life should be about building trust within yourself and doing good by you. For that's the first step to working on a whole lot of layers you have probably never worked on. By peeling all those layers, your second nature becomes a comfort zone, and therefore work on another second layer or project, however you may call it. And your comfort zone becomes something you never thought you could learn, because you thought you never would, or have the time, or even thought you could bring it into reality. From here, it will always be a second thought you put effort into, to get accustomed to. So, one more time, from here, it will always be a second thought you put effort into to get accustomed to. That is your second nature, by changing your own perspective in life. Thank you for listening again. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll be back for another content. For now, I wish you have a nice weekend. Do always good by others also. Later. Bye.